The winds of war blew across Tamriel. The Akaviri legions marched toward the imperial city, ravaging the lands claimed by the Crimson Empire. Under banners marked with Nerevar's ancient emblem, the army advanced with relentless precision, each step a reminder of the pain the Dunmer people endured under the shadow of vampirism. As time passed, mortal humans, orcs, and elves rallied to the side of the Nerevarines' army. He was Tamriel's last hope at that moment. Of course, with them was Sheogorath, the Mad God. Formerly known as the Hero of Kvatch, he offers to mediate a meeting between the Nerevarine and the Dragonborn, the Crimson Lord. The white gold tower still bore the scars of war. The once golden walls were now black with blood and ash. On the stairs, the symbols of the Crimson Empire flickered like vestiges of decaying glory. The Dragonborn waited alone, clad in grim armor, bathed in the blood of centuries. The Nerevarine entered with the same calm expression he once wore before Dagoth-Ur, confident yet mindful of the weight of destiny. Sheogorath watched them like a conductor before two out-of-tune divine instruments. Between them hung an impossible promise, peace between blood and fire, between eternity and redemption. But peace did not come. The Crimson Lord's eyes still carried the flame of Molag Bal, and the Nerevarine's words fueled that flame. What began as a negotiation became a clash of beliefs. One wanted to free the world through the purity of blood, the other through the freedom of souls. The Crimson Lord retreated into the heart of the tower. His eyes, now paler than the moon, reflected his master's invisible presence. Molag Bal called to him, whispering promises of power and memories of pain. From the shadows, the daughter of Coldharbour emerged. She no longer saw him as a god, but as the man who had lost himself trying to save the world. She knew what Molag Bal planned. As the mortal armies reclaimed the continent, he would definitively capture his champion's soul and use it to seal Coldharbour's hold on Tamriel. Serana begged him to resist, but the bond was unbreakable. Not even the blood of dragons could escape Molag Bal. Then Sheogorath enters the scene. Madness might be the only cure. Knowing the Daedric princes and Molag Bal's ego, he insisted on setting up this meeting with the Nerevarine to carry out his plan. He opens the veil between worlds and takes them to Molag Bal's domain to face him directly. Nothing better than eradicating the disease by eradicating its creator. The battlefield multiplied, and much of the mortal forces of Tamriel and Akavir split, half in Tamriel, half in Coldharbour. The ground of Coldharbour was made of petrified souls. The towers were bones, the sky an abyss. From there, Molag Bal awaited them, a titan of iron and pain, surrounded by legions of reborn vampires. The Dragonborn, still imprisoned by his bond, stood alongside the heroes, fighting against his own soul and Molag Bal's army. Against them, all the beasts of Coldharbour descended upon them like an avalanche. Serana tried to free him with ancient magic, but the god of domination was not fooled. Her blood, his blood, all belonged to him. Then Sheogorath did the unthinkable. Besides shielding the army's minds from Coldharbour's poison, he offered part of his own essence to Dragonborn, the divine madness, to break the hold of obedience. After all, disobedience through chaos was the remedy for the chains of slavery. And the Nerevarine, seeing the world crumble, called upon the blessings of Azura and the power of the winds of Akavir that he carried within him. The Dragonborn, in a final act of will, fused all of this into a single shout. The roar of dragons, the power of Akatosh, and the blood of Serana. And a blazing sun rose over Coldharbour. The light weakened the vampiric legions of the Plain of Oblivion and burned away the roots of slavery, causing the tyranny of the sun to vanish from Tamriel forever. In Tamriel, the mortal army staggered before the forces of Molag Bal. Entire territories fell into darkness again, until their fortunes changed. The Kamal demons, once proud and isolated, left behind their ancient grudges and crossed the sea once more to Tamriel. They did so not out of loyalty, but out of honor, for they knew that remaining in the shadows while the world fell would be tantamount to admitting cowardice before all races. And when the bright sun rose in Coldharbour, destroying the tyranny of the sun, the vampires lost the dominion that had made them invincible. The night no longer belonged to them. It was in this new direction that the new Dawnguard emerged, an unlikely alliance of Tamrielics and Akaviri, sworn to protect Tamriel from any shadow that dared return. The battle, however, continued in Coldharbour. Dragonborn, Nerevarine, hero of Kvatch as Sheogorath and Serana, commanding an army of the free peoples of Nirn. Molag Bal fell, wounded by the mixture of everything he tried to destroy: freedom, chaos, love, and redemption. That day, it was known that light could also burn. Coldharbour lay in ruins, and Molag Bal disappeared into the depths of his own plane. The Nerevarine remained standing, exhausted, but alive. Sheogorath laughed, satisfied, as reality stitched itself back together around them. Serana, feeling free of the curse of vampirism, wept beside the Dragonborn, who, though still alive, had lost the gift of immortality by summoning the sun over Coldharbour. He was no longer the Crimson Lord. He was merely a man, free of blood, free of God, free of himself. The mad god in his final act. He creates a portal back to Nirn, and all mortals present return to Tamriel. In Tamriel, the new Dawnguard triumphed. The Imperial city was liberated, and the darkness began to dissipate. Sheogorath, before leaving, merely watched the three heroes and murmured something no one heard. But his laughter echoed for eons. The Nerevarine returned to Morrowind as the liberator and savior of mortals, and the primary unifier of the alliance between the people of Tamriel and the Akaviri. Serana, now human again, held the hand of the Dragonborn she had rescued. And he, now mortal, walked with her beneath the sun he himself had recreated. And so ended the Crimson Age. Blood gave way to light, and the roar of dragons fell silent so that the song of mortals could be heard once more. Heroes became legends, gods returned to oblivion, and Tamriel, once again, awoke beneath a new sun.